This is Community Comments, where I take a little bit of time to engage with you guys, talk about what's going on the channel, and respond to your comments from some of the videos this month. First off, what you can expect this month. Unfortunately, my CPU and motherboard upgrade didn't happen. Good news, it's definitely going to happen this month. And I'm going to make a series of videos about my upgrades, stage by stage, and how they affect Star Citizen's performance. So, if you're wondering where to go next with your own PC, it'll be worthwhile catching those. The first episode of A Naval Officer Reviews, which will start with a Hammerhead, I didn't put out last month. I wasn't happy with how it was going. I've actually gone right back to the drawing board on it because it didn't felt like it flowed quite like I was hoping it to. And I don't want to put out something that I'm not proud of and that you guys won't enjoy. Speaking of which, let me know if you've been watching Starships and Warships, what you think. I've noticed they haven't been getting quite as many views as some of my other videos, which is absolutely not a problem. If you're enjoying them, I'll keep doing them. Primarily, I want to make you guys happy. You're the ones that are sticking around, so let me know in the comments. Be as brutal as you like. It's okay, I can take it. Just let me know what I can improve and what you'd like to see more of. Now, before I respond to your comments, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about a little bit of the drama that's happened this month. And it's not drama as far as the internet's concerned. It's not even a speed bump. But as far as my channel's concerned, it's the most drama we've ever had on here. And it was 2 videos that I released. The first being, what if Star Citizen fails? Now, that video is about as close as I wanted to come to any sort of, kind of sensationalist title. That's not what I was aiming for. But I did think that it was a conversation we needed to have, and it was pretty well received. Some of the comments from people who don't like Star Citizen or become disillusioned with it or being negative towards it or whatever just contain stuff, though, that isn't an accurate portrayal of what is going on at all. And it happened so many times that I felt like it was worthy of a response, because I do feel strongly that it is incorrect. So I put together Years Don't Matter, Here's Why. And I've got to tell you, clicking public on that video, once I'd uploaded it, was probably the most stressful thing I've done in relation to this channel. I've made videos coming off of night shifts, I've made videos before night shifts, I've made videos when I've already been up for 24 hours. That was just... because what I don't want to do is get a reputation for being someone who's sensationalist or just kind of trying to build on all of the conflict around Star Citizen. That's not what I'm here for. I am positive about the game, cautiously optimistic. There are things I don't like, but I don't want to start the chat. That's why I've not done those videos up till now, because I don't want a reputation as someone who's come in and bashed Star Citizen. I wanted to come in and establish who I was with you guys, which is, I love this game, I want to see it succeed. Then once you and I are fully on the same page about that, then we can start talking about, yeah, but I think they can improve this. They need to change that. That's a really bad idea. Don't do that. And that will happen at some point. So brace yourselves if you are here and you won't hear a bad word about Star Citizen. And at the same time, I don't want to be sensationalist. I don't want to chase those headlines, because you can only do so many reasonable topics, setting everyone against each other, before you start chasing clickbait. I will happily defend Star Citizen when I think it needs it. It's just not going to become the focus of this channel, so regular content will resume shortly. And now that I've got that really long-winded, rambly stress thing out of my head and done with, let's take a look at some of your comments. Tomcat Ramjet, good name, is going to kick us off in the comments. Thank you very much for the comment, my man. I'm looking forward to the Constellation rework. We'll also be trying out the new ship mining stuff this morning, since I haven't done so since 3.8. Well, first off, let me know how you got on with the mining stuff. Really interested to hear that. And the good news is, hopefully Constellation shields are fixed now with the shield rework that's come in 3.13. And they have done a bit of an interior lighting pass and some work on the skin for the Constellation. So hopefully there's enough there to keep you tided over until they do the full rework. Tropic Thunder, trying so hard not to do a film quote. Thank you very much for the comment. I'm wondering what future missions in an Idris will look like when they get hammered easily by a group of pirates all flying Ares with their massive guns. You spend hours getting a goofy org together, and within 15 minutes your Idris is shrapnel, and the whole crew is wondering why they're wasting their time. Idris is already getting put down with little stuff, and there's bigger stuff coming. Yeah, some of the fights from Xenothreat weren't as quite as epic as maybe we were expecting, but I don't think there's too much here to worry about. Part of this is going to be server performance, part of this is going to be how balked the AI is right about now, and part of this is going to be that AI just can't live up to people in most situations unless the AI cheats. So with you and your friends and your org in an Idris, I think it's going to be a lot better. Also, bear in mind that if you're going into big sort of combat scenarios, Idris on their own, that's not the way you're going to want to go. I think we'll have a much better idea once server meshing's in, the AI has been fixed a little bit, and the new damage model's in place. Brigand the Mad Merc, thank you very much for the comment, mate. This definitely has potential, but why is torture the go-to in movies and video games? To get information. This was the scenario that I put forward in the Mission Dynamics video. Yeah, it's in there mainly because it is a trope, but also I think in that particular scenario, you got someone that's just let 7 people die so they can gain some money, and then they start gobbing off for being uncooperative. Yeah, I'll probably hit them a few times. I would argue that your point from an industry point of view is irrelevant. The 350 to 400 mil crowdfunding for Star Citizen is completely dwarfed by the billions in microtransactions mass game franchises make. And I'm not talking something like Mass Effect or The Sims or even GTA. The market is in stupid little things. Billions of people clicking on their smartphones, a little ad here, a little loot box there, using a fashion metaphor, AAA titles are mere haute couture shows, while they make the real money with cheap logo shirts. There is no incentive, be Star Citizen successful or not, to change anything. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you in one way, or in a number of ways here actually. Microtransactions are mental. I mean, just look at Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite is a free game and it makes billions a year. 2.5 billion a year. It's ridiculous. I agree with you there. Where I think Star Citizen might have an impact is letting game developers know they don't have to do that with a publisher behind them. So it might force publishers to be a little bit more kind and a little bit more collaborative with studios because of the chance of missing out on those billions in microtransactions. I also worry about people who come to Kickstarter or crowdfunding who have an amazing idea but lack the resources to have a working prototype. And I'm worried people are going to say things like, oh, it's just another Star Citizen, I'm not backing this, there's nothing behind it. So it's two very niche scenarios, I grant you, but I think both of those things are true. Star Citizen pales in comparison to microtransactions, but still has the potential, I think, to affect the market in a few other ways. Hope that makes sense. Commander Benkai, thank you very much for your comment. I would like to see alert levels and mode systems, battle stations, brace for impact, abandoned ship, etc. Absolutely, on the cards for starships and warships is something talking about routines on a warship, how you have different manning levels, how that changes depending on the situation. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll try to remember to message you when that goes live. Robert P commented, what's up fella, hope you're well. I've posted about how we need a heavy cruiser class and maybe a light cruiser class for civilians. Interestingly, at the $17 million stretch goal mark, there's this. Battle cruisers confirmed, as long as Star Citizen are doing them. There's also stretch goals that include frigate and escort carrier, which I believe will be the Pegasus. So keep your eyes out and hopefully we'll get some news on those fairly soon. My communities tab's got a poll going at the minute about which chip you guys would go for if you were going to upgrade your CPU right now. And I'm not saying for a second that I'm going to buy whichever one ends up top of that poll because, yeah, no, I can't afford to be that flippant with my money. But go take a look and click on whichever one you would go for. If there's a question you'd like to hear me answer in the next community comments, which will happen at the end of April, beginning of May, let me know down in the comments on this one. I will try and answer them all. Leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying being part of the DGP community. You've been watching Drinkers with Gaming Problems. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'll see you soon.